Are your days hijacked by distractions? It's 9 a.m. You fire up your laptop to tackle something important. But just as you're getting in the zone, ding, a phone notification gets your attention. You try to resist, but curiosity wins.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Oh, it's your mom. You fire off a quick heart to let mom know you're fine, but now you've lost all your momentum. Imagine how much more you could achieve by staying focused, regardless of boredom or distractions. How much extra time could you make available to spend with your loved ones or doing whatever you truly love? So, the question is, how do you become indistractable? Eyal's book answers this question. We will go through a fast-paced summary and dive deep into the 3 simple yet highly effective steps to reclaim your life from distractions. Let's dive in.
Step 1. Master your internal triggers.
We often blame external triggers like those annoying phone notifications for our distractions. However, studies have found that 90% of the time we check our devices, it's actually due to our internal triggers. In other words, distractions begin from within. Let me explain. Distractions are preceded by a period of discomfort. For example, the urge to get into social media is preceded by boredom. The urge to answer an email during family time is preceded by anxiety. Our phones are only the tool we use to escape from these awkward feelings. Whenever we experience discomfort, such as boredom, our mind craves release, and we get hooked on anything that makes us feel better. It's simply how we're wired.
Time management is really pain management. The only way to deal with distractions is to learn how to handle the uncomfortable triggers that lead to them. So, how can you handle these uncomfortable feelings?
Think of these feelings like waves in the ocean. From the coast, you see a wave start far away. It grows bigger as it comes closer. It crests. Then it crashes and dissolves on the shore. The next time you feel the urge to check your phone, you can do what psychologists call surf the urge. Imagine yourself as a surfer waiting for those big waves of feelings to come. The feelings will get stronger and stronger, but if you don't act on them, they eventually go away on their own. Eyal said it best.
I find myself wanting to check my phone. I tell myself it's fine to give in, but not right now. I just have to wait 10 minutes. So here's what I'll do. I'll set a timer for 10 minutes, and now I'll have a choice to make. I can either get back to the task at hand or surf the urge. And here's where the miracle happens. If you wait those 10 minutes, you'll find that 9 times out of 10, you won't have that urge anymore. Step 2. Embrace traction. Traction is what leads to your true desires, like starting your own business. It's the antidote to distraction.
Yet, without a clear plan, it's hard to tell whether an activity is moving you towards your goals or away from them. So how do you bring more traction into your life? Eyal proposes time boxing. Bear with me, it's more interesting than it seems. Time boxing is one of the most well-studied and powerful methods we know for actually getting things done. It works because of what psychologists call setting an implementation intention.
Which is just a fancy way of saying planning what you are going to do and when you will do it. By planning a fixed maximum time for each task, you resist Parkinson's law, which states that work will stretch to fill the available time for its completion.
You might not like the idea of a strict schedule. I did not at first either. However, I found that these restrictions actually gave me much more freedom. Limits give us structure. Without them, the abundance of choices of what to do with your time can become overwhelming. Consider that if you don't plan your time, someone else will do it for you. Whether it's social media or your boss, you'll always be distracted unless it is you who decides how to spend your time. You can't call something a distraction unless you know what it's distracting you from. Your goal is to fill your calendar with every activity you want to complete. This approach isn't about being busy every minute. It's about making a conscious choice regarding what to do and when to do it. It's fine to watch Netflix, as long as that's what you decided to do and not your triggers. Even checking work emails can be a distraction, especially if you had allocated that time for being with your family. When time boxing, consider these suggestions by the author.
1. Turn your values into time. If being an exceptional parent is one of your priorities, ensure you allocate enough time to be with your children. 2. Focus on what you can manage. You can't control outcomes, such as falling asleep instantly or having a great idea on the spot, but you can control the time and effort you put into a task. Concentrate on the effort you invest rather than the result. The desired outputs will eventually follow. 3. Don't forget personal time. Make time for activities you enjoy. And make sure to show up for yourself just as you would for others. People you love also deserve more than whatever time is left over. Step 3. Shield against distractions. After coming back from the Trojan War, Ulysses knew he would have to face the sirens, whose songs lure sailors to their doom. Aware of the danger, he had his crew fill his ears with beeswax and tied himself to the ship's mast, ordering them to ignore any of his future commands. As they passed the sirens, Ulysses couldn't resist their songs, but his crew, deaf to his commands, sailed safely past.
Just as Ulysses did, you can lessen the chance of acting against your own best interest by using pacts. Pacts force you to pause and consider, is getting sidetracked really worth it? There are 3 types of pacts that will elevate your focus to the next level. First, we have effort pacts. The idea is to add an extra layer of effort to getting distracted. For example, Forest has become my favorite app whenever I want some phone free time. A small seed shows up on my screen. If I use my phone before time's up, my virtual tree dies. Just the thought of killing my little virtual tree adds enough extra effort to discourage me from doing it. Similarly, simple actions like hiding your cell phone or TV remote are effective ways to increase the effort required to give in to distractions. Get creative. Second, we have price pacts. A study followed 3 groups of smokers attempting to quit over 6 months. The first group received free nicotine patches and had a success rate of only 6%. The second group was promised $800 if they successfully quit, with 17% achieving success. The third group had to pay $150 in advance and would only get their money back, plus a $650 bonus if they were successful. Surprisingly, more than 50% of them succeeded.
Why do you think the opportunity to earn $800 was less motivating than the chance to recover the $150 plus receive a bonus? Well, according to psychologists, losing hurts more than winning feels good. So we just prefer not losing.
You can use this to your advantage whenever you're struggling with consistency or effort. For example, you can give $10 each month to a friend and only get it back if you sit down and write for 1 hour every day, or whatever gets you closer to your goals. Third, we have identity pacts. Your goal is not to write a line of code. It is to become a coder. Your goal isn't to run a marathon. It is to become a runner. When something you want to achieve in your life becomes part of your identity, there's just no space for distractions.
Focus on the person you want to become instead of the results you want. Remind yourself every time you do a workout, you are an athlete. Every time you finish a video like this one, you are a lifelong learner.
Please leave a comment. We would love your feedback.